Hi, fifth graders. So we're doing grade 6, module 1, lesson 2, which is still about ratios. And to start with, you're going to do this warm-up activity. So exercise 1 says, come up with 2 examples of ratio relationships that are interesting to you. So I want you to try and think of 2 things that maybe apply to your life. For example, mine. Say, my brother watches 2 times as much TV as me. So if I was to write the ratio, I would say, so I had my brother first. So if my brother watches, let's say 2 hours, I probably watch about 1. He's a big TV guy. And then here's another one. For every 1 coffee I drink 2 glasses of water. I kind of flipped it. So I had 1 coffee. I try and drink 2 waters. So I want you to try and come up with 2 scenarios that would apply to your life. I would pause the video now so you have a moment to do that. All right, once you have that done, we're looking at this exploratory challenge. It says, a t-shirt manufacturing company surveyed teenage girls on their favorite t-shirt color to guide the company's decisions about how many of each color t-shirt they should design and manufacture. The results of the survey are shown here. Always read the title because it's important. So it says the favorite t-shirt colors of teenage girls surveyed. They have red, blue, green, white, pink, orange, and yellow. Hopefully you've seen this kind of graph before. It's called a line plot. But basically what this shows is one person surveyed that red was their favorite t-shirt color. 1, 2, 3. 4 people in the survey said that blue was their favorite. 2 said that green was their favorite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people said white was their favorite t-shirt color. 1, 2, 3, 5 said pink was their favorite t-shirt color. 3 said orange, and 4 said yellow. So we're going to use this information to try and answer some questions involving ratios. So to start with, describe a ratio relationship in the context of the survey for which the ratio is 3 to 5. So here's what I'm looking at. I know I have a 3 and a 5. Which of these use those numbers, 3 or 5? Oh, I see this one. Orange is 3. And which one's 5? Oh, pink. So here's where my 3 and 5 come in. Think about the order, because remember the order matters. So in this one, I might say something like the number of girls who prefer, okay, I'm looking at 3, orange, to the number of girls who prefer, the 5, pink. That could be the ratio relationship that 3 to 5 is talking about. I could use that. Okay, I'm still going to need this graph, but I'm going to set it aside. Hopefully you can still kind of see it. I'm going to put it there. And now I'm looking at the chart on the next page. It says, for each ratio relationship given, fill in the ratio it's describing. Let's look at the first one together. It says, for every 7 white t-shirts they manufacture, they should make 4 yellow t-shirts. The ratio of the number of white t-shirts to the number of yellow t-shirts should be, and I like that, they kept it in the same order. They're using white to yellow. And they mentioned first the white and the yellow. The relationship, the ratio here would be 7 to 4, just like that. I want you to pause the video and finish answering the rest of this chart. And then when you're ready, unpause and I'll show you the answers. All right, you've paused and you've answered. So here we have 4 yellow t-shirts to 7 white, so that's going to be 4 to 7. Then it said the ratio of the number of girls who liked white t-shirts best to the number of girls who liked colored t-shirts. You had to do some digging. So if you look at the chart here, white, there should be 7 of them, to the number of girls who liked color. So that means any of these. If you count it up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc., there should have been 19 girls who said either red or blue or green or pink or orange or yellow. So again, 7 who like white t-shirts to 19 who like color. For each red t-shirt they manufactured, they should manufacture 4 blue t-shirts. So what it's saying is for each, this one was kind of a tricky one, for each red t-shirt. So if I gave you 1 red t-shirt, how many blue t-shirts should you manufacture? 4. That for each was really important. I'm not sure if you caught that. We haven't done one like that before. Then it says they should purchase 4 bolts of yellow fabric for every 3 bolts of orange fabric. That would be 4 to 3. The ratio of the number of girls who chose blue or green as their favorite to the number of girls who chose pink or red. So if I look at blue or green, I have 4 and I have 2. I have 6 total who chose blue or green. And then it was pink or red. So here's pink and red, 5 and 1. I had 6 girls who chose this, 6 girls who chose that. I'm going to write like this, 6 to 6. Also, because they're the same numbers on both sides, honestly, you could write it any way as long as it's the same digit. So I could write 5 to 5, 4 to 4, 3 to 3. I'd say the most common way is maybe a 1 to 1. So if I have 1 person who likes blue or green, then I have 1 person who likes pink or red. It would just keep growing the more people there are. And then the last one says 3 out of every 26 t-shirts they manufacture should be orange. So 3 out of the 26. How'd that go? We have our second part down here. Now it's saying for each ratio given, fill in a description of the ratio relationship it could describe using the context of the survey. One thing that I think might be helpful for you is thinking about the language they used up here. Most often when you're comparing something, you would use the word to, like the amount of girls who like orange shirts to the amount of girls who like blue shirts is, and it kind of implies that a ratio is happening. So sometimes they use the word to, or you might say for each girl who likes an orange shirt, there is 3 girls who like a blue shirt. Or for every 3 girls who like a red shirt, there's 1 girl who likes a purple shirt. Something like that. So using these words to help you write a description. So looking at this first one here, 4 to 3, I'm looking back at that chart. So I'm looking for one that has a 4 and one that has a 3. I already had my 3 marked. Oh, here's a 4. So 4 to 3, I'm talking about yellow first. So over here, I'm going to say for every 4 girls who like yellow, there are 3 girls who like orange. Notice how I used one of those terms, for every. So keeping this in mind, pause the video and I want you to finish these last 3. Keep in mind where the 19 and the 26 came from. They used them up here, so you could use this as a guide. All right, pause now. Okay, did you pause? So here we have the same numbers, just flip-flopped. So I would have written something like, for every 3 girls who like orange, there are 4 girls who like yellow, or something like that. I also noticed you could have used blue also for 4. I chose yellow because they were both blue, or they're both 4. For the 19 and 7, if you remember up here, the 19 was the number of girls who just liked colored t-shirts. So 19 to 7, you could almost use this and flip it. For every 19 girls who like a colored t-shirt, there are 7 girls who like a white t-shirt. Last one down here, we had 7 to 26. Ooh, so remember 26 was just the total 3 out of every 26 shirt manufactured. So I think we had 26 total shirts there. So you could say something like the number of white t-shirts to the total number of t-shirts. Something like that. How did it go? Okay, we have one last part. So important things to keep in mind while you're working on the problem set for it. Remember, this lesson summary should be something we read each time so we make sure that we understand what we're supposed to learn. So it says ratios can be shown 2 ways. So like A to B or with a colon, which we'd read A to B. We describe ratio relationships with words such as to, for each, or for every. Use those to help you. And then finally, the ratio A to B is not the same as B to A unless A is equal to B. So in other words, if I wrote 3 to 2, that's not the same thing as saying 2 to 3. These mean 2 different things. The only exception to that is just like on this one when we were looking at the number of people who like blue or green to the number of people who like pink or red. It was the same number. So actually, I had 4 people who liked blue and 4 people who liked yellow. You see? So I could say for every 4 people who like blue, there are 4 people who like yellow. And if I flipped it, for every 4 people who like yellow, there are 4 people who like blue. These are showing the same thing. It wouldn't change the order of how I'd say it. All right, this is the end. So take a moment to work on your problem set. There are those 2 questions only this time. Pretty short. At least I'm pretty sure. Page. Yep, that looks like it's all it is. So take your time on these. If you need more space, remember you can use lined paper and solve that way. You can add it into your binder. And if you have questions, I'll be available soon. And then don't forget your exit ticket tonight. All right, good job, everybody. Bye.